Hey, good afternoon, people. Islam. Peace, greetings. I wanted to basically, make another video in regards to, the lifestyle or the life of being an empath. Have you ever heard the old saying, or never lie to an empath? Why never lie to an empath? Here's the deal. Empaths, for one, are very, very, very highly, very sensitive. Not sensitive to the point of boo-hoo, woe is me. An empath, especially an intuitive empath, can pick up more loudly or hear more loudly what you're hiding and what you are concealing. You see, we live in a society, man, where, a lot of people, for one, they have especially on social media, um, we have a lot of people, for one, that, have certain images that they try to uphold. I call them mask wearers, yo. You know what I mean? Um, I respect the individuals, for one, who are organic, who are authentic. I don't respect individuals, for one, who perpetrate the fraud, who put up a facade or put on an image that they're really not. You know what I mean? It looks good that you can greet a brother or greet a sister, peace, assalamu alaikum, shalom, hello, sir, how you doing? I give you an example. Here at my job, you know, we have a lot of, and I'm not gonna say all, but we have a lot of, Caucasians here at my job. They come off, hey, Joel, how you doing, sir? My response is, I'm doing fine. But behind closed doors, and this is just an example. This does not apply to all, you know, so-called white people. But a lot of individuals like that behind closed doors, they like to use the N word a lot. You know what I mean? Some Spanish, they might, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? But behind closed doors, I'm a mayate, pincha mayate. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Um, you know what I'm saying? Some, Asiatic brothers, or so-called African American brothers or sisters may refer to me as, a bitch ass, or a hoe ass, or he think he know this, or he think he know that. You know, you got family members that, you know, they it's not they despise you. It's more like they can't grasp, you at all. They can't even, figure you out because of your status and what you're doing with your life and the whole 9 yards. But make a long story short, I was using all of this here to say this: that never lie to an empath, man. You know, empathic people, for one, they don't bother nobody. They don't go looking for problems with people. You know what I mean? Um, the problem is, empathic people, we're on to your bullshit. We're on to your hypocrisy. And by definition, a hypocrite is one who feels what he or she is not. We're on to, the facade, the acting, the false handshake, the fake handshake. And that's another thing too about being empathic. You know, we can, with the handshake can tell me, what kind of person you are. You know what I mean? It's not about how tight you squeeze the hand. It reveals to me whether you're a sensual person, whether you're, um, I mean, it's just a lot of shit, man. Empath people can pick up on energy. We can tell if a person is highly sexual. A person is lying. A person is uh, just a bad individual. And how do I actually pick up on it? If my stomach feels like I need to go use the restroom, or if I get irritated, or if I feel um, just bothered, you know, for no apparent reason to the other individuals, it will appear that it's nothing but what I feel about that particular person or that group. You know what I mean? I'll just try to avoid you, man. You know what I mean? And that's real talk. You know what I mean? There's people that I work with that I know they don't pretty much like me because the type of person that I am, and it's like sometimes I may act a certain type of way, but no one really knows until I actually break it down and explain to them why I feel a certain type of way, in regards to this particular individual. Some people, man, can be so fake, and I can't stand fake people. Empaths do not like people who lack uh, authenticity. Empaths despise plastic people. See, empaths, for one, you know, just try to avoid you. And then another thing, too, growing up, I used to always have visions of seeing serpents and snakes. That's another sign, what I'm saying, of, being highly, empathic or highly intuitive. Being able to, if you're not able to capture it at the moment, what I'm saying, your spirit is going to reveal it to you in the form of a dream. And snakes, in the esoteric philosophy, uh, basically represents enemies. When I was in prison, that's another thing too. I used to always have dreams of seeing clear water, and in the water, I'd see snakes. Snakes is a sign of enemies. So basically, snake is not necessarily a sign of evil, but snakes, you know, if you study the nature of a snake, it can turn on you. You know what I mean? And that's real talk. How do I deal with, individuals, for one, who are just straight up like fake, plastic, or synthetic? I deal with them, and it's more like a high and buy type mentality. You know what I mean? I just don't have time to BS or play games with, fake people, and that's just what it is. And like I've, said in the beginning, never lie to an empath. Just be straight up. Because the empath, for one, they pick up on the bullshit that you, not all, but some of y'all, be trying to hide. And if we're not able to capture it, it will be revealed to us in the form of a dream. It will be revealed to us in the form of certain, aches and pains in the stomach. If my legs feel kind of wobbly, like if I feel irritated, if, I get a slight headache. My wife is good at that. She gets the headaches. That's a sign that you're no good. Get away from me. And this has nothing to do with white people, black people, yellow people, red people, Moors, Moorish, Europeans, Indians, Hindus, Africans. This is about energy. This is not has nothing to do with race, basically, or nationality. This is all about energy. You know, some of y'all may go to church. Some of y'all may go to the mosque, the synagogue. Some people, for one, may have a lot of knowledge on scripture, a lot of knowledge in regards to a lot of information. But because a person, for one, sounds good, does not necessarily mean that that person, for one, is organic. You know what I mean? Um, yeah. So I'm very cautious on who I deal with, and if I don't interact with you, and I don't call you or deal with you on a day to day basis, it's not that I'm trying to avoid you. It's more like you have bad energy, and when I come around you, you make me tired. You make me irritable. You have something that you're either hiding or you got some baggage that you need to empty. And it's like, a negative person is like being, or let's just say a liar is like being around straight hot garbage. Who wants to be around hot garbage? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this is not a video, man, to talk down or make people feel a certain type of way. Just give you something to think about, man. And if you're empathic, you know what I'm talking about. You may not be able to prove that the person is a liar, but you know that person that you're dealing with is a fake, a fraud, a phony, plastic, synthetic, artificial. And like I said, if you're one of those individuals, for one, that has a person that's very sensitive, very reclusive and introverted, be very careful, because empaths, for one, they pick up on bullshit. That's just our nature. You know what I mean? That's just our nature. It's a gift and a curse. But anyway, y'all. Just basically, dropping some jewels. Never lie to an empath. Straight up.